Now to a story we weren't able to show you in its entirety last night. The USS Iowa has served our country for 70 years, and it is arguably the most powerful battleship ever to set sail.
David Scanlon shows us how the battleship is changing its course on a new mission, a mission to teach.
It's a memorial, I think, to American know-how and determination.
She served in so many ways.
The mighty new battleship Iowa has now joined the United States Navy in active duty.
Most of her World War II effort was escorting aircraft carriers.
70 years later, the USS Iowa serves still.
And it's also going to be a ship of education.
Her next mission, sharing stories, moments that altered the tides of history.
Considered by many the best all-around warship ever constructed.
From its Pacific campaign in World War II to shelling beachheads in the Korean War, a symbol of strength during the unsettling times in the Cold War.
They were the decisive factor for a nation that had sea power.
A storied past John Wolfenbarger is part of.
Every one of these pumps had to be at full capacity.
He manned this exact station during World War II, and when General Douglas MacArthur accepted the Japanese surrender in Tokyo Bay, he was still aboard the Iowa, seen here, not far off in the distance.
Every time I seen Iowa, the name Iowa, I thought of my ship.
Now he's enlisting others to help save his ship, along with Dave Way, the Iowa's curator.
But you can get an idea of the immense size of the ship.
Together they lead tours, each offering valuable insight.
We'd see him go through the Chalan the second time.
Few are left like John, veterans with a personal connection with the ship.
Each one of the anchors are 31,500 pounds.
Dave holds an encyclopedic knowledge of the ship's inner workings and what makes her the most powerful battleship ever to set sail.
Just to give you an example of the power of Iowa, her guns here could shoot a shell that weighs as much as a car over 20 miles.
I knew the ship would never be sunk out there. I wasn't afraid of that at all.
Well, now this ship's 70 years old, and she reflects a bygone era that a lot of people, now will be able to actually stand next to.
The Iowa stay here in Port Richmond is only temporary. Her final home as a floating museum will be in Los Angeles, but before she can shove off, they have a lot of work to do. Crews are working tirelessly, painting her massive exterior and piecing her together again. During the tour, a crucial phase of construction begins. The 52,000-pound mass is lifted more than 200 feet up.
We only have a couple of feet of clearance here to actually get the mast up on top, so it's a very tight lift.
It's a tremendous effort, captured forever as crews hit their mark, and Old Glory waves once again above the Iowa's decks.
And I know now it's going to be saved.
This is the beginning of a new chapter. To celebrate, John does something he could never do before.
Can I have a picture?
He sits atop the Admiral's chair to lead Iowa on her next mission.
Your younger generation is going to get a lot of that history, and they'll do it through this ship, yes.
In Richmond, California, David Scanlon, CBS 2 News.
Incredible. The next step for the Iowa is a 3-day tow to Los Angeles, set to start May 20th with a grand opening in July. A key moment will be when every surviving veteran from the state of Iowa to serve on the ship will step aboard again for a reunion celebration.
I can never get enough of our World War II veterans telling their stories.
I want to be there for that reunion too.
I know. It's going to be a good time.
Awesome.
Love that. Eastern